I don't have to be Jeff Passan to tell you they got really good starting pitching, and that seems to make a difference in the playoffs edition. And I'm going to need Bryan Bulaga and Matt LaFleur's or Mark Tauscher's help, and so does Matt LaFleur need that help. How are you going to get the ball to Matthew Golden more when you're spreading it around the way you do? Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Got another tweet inquiring from Eric about our Spotify situation. We continue to work on that. I am sorry.
Now we're only, 6 weeks in?
You can stuff your sorries in a sack, mister. We'll get it back up, but I'm sorry to keep asking you to bear with us. I'm Chase Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson, who maybe was right about Freddy Peralta, maybe? Or maybe he's just not quite as good as the two dudes that the Dodgers have thrown in the first two games. Jesse Nelson's in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from his undisclosed location, still waiting for the Brewers to truly get to the Dodgers bullpen. It is the Packers Hall of Famer. It's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I think we're all concerned. We're all concerned. Thought last night was a must-win, and I think in the grand scheme it very well might be. I am not giving up, though. I still think this group is a group of persevering young men, and you can't hit this bad, like for a full series. You just can't. You have 97 blanket, 100 wins when you count the playoffs. Got 100 wins. So at some point, this will all circle back. I just hope it's not going to be too late. But as far as last night goes, it's really difficult when you have pitching like the Dodgers do. And I don't think we put a runner on in scoring position.
No.
I have a guy at second blanket base.
Churio ran past second base on his home run. That was the extent of anyone reaching second base.
Yeah, I just don't you kind of wasted home field in that regard because obviously you have a raucous crowd. Jesse was up there last night.
His mom was raucous, I heard.
Yeah, how did Mom like the trip, Jell?
Oh, she enjoyed it. The game played out the way that it did, so she was disappointed in the result of the game. But we got there.
She listens to the show. She figured, listens to her son. She knew that was what was going to happen.
We did talk about it on the way in. She took a phone call from my dad at one point in the third or fourth inning, and he said, "Tell Jesse he was right about Freddy Peralta." And she didn't really know what that meant, but then I explained it to her a little further.
She doesn't listen as avidly as George
No,
does?
No, my Usher George listens every day. My mom, not so much. She's
come
bouncing.
Mama doesn't?
She's more of a podcaster.
Because we annoy her.
Yeah. I don't know if I was right about Freddy Peralta, but I think we saw...
What's the deal? Are you afraid of taking a victory lap because you know it comes at the behest of Brewer fans that are gutted? Is that what's going on here?
No.
Because you are one to... You always want victory laps. You live for viral moments. You love it. And now you said something yesterday. And by the way, I disagreed with it, but you had some stats to back it up. And your point on not wanting him to pitch Game 5, I never thought of. I don't know if it's accurate, but it made me think when he pitched down in Chicago. And then last night, listen, man, it didn't matter if Nolan Ryan was pitching for us last night. We scored one run, we ain't going to win. Unless he shuts him out. But
it's true.
I think you have taken credit for much less than what you're not taking credit for today. And I think it's because you know Brewer fans are hurting. Is that a fair assessment of where we're at?
Yeah, I'll say this. I don't know if Prize Picks is entirely correct when they say it's good to be right, because it doesn't feel good to be right about Freddy Peralta.
So
But if you put your money where your mouth was, you would have. And a lot of people do this, Jason. They'll be big fans of the Packers and the Brewers, and they will hedge their emotions by betting the oppo. So at least if the Brewers get gutted, they're walking out
I made some money
with $150 or whatever it is because they hedged emotionally. That's it. And so Jesse could have done that last night, chose not to, and then he just feels bad about being right.
So all right. He was certainly not as good as Yamamoto was. He certainly wasn't good enough to win. He, according to Lauren, help me out here, the sideline reporter.
Lauren Shahadi.
I think the Bucks just signed her.
Lauren Shahadi.
So she reported that basically Freddy Peralta begged to come out for the 6th inning. And he was one strike away from getting out of the 6th inning, and then Muncy hits the home run, right? So he, as a quality start, he needed to get one more out, and it would have been considered a quality start. But
2
it
runs,
wasn't
6 innings.
It wasn't enough quality compared to what the Brewers were dealing with from the other pitching staff.
Mm-hmm. And I think,
because I didn't think he was terrible.
No, he was a good. It was a good, solid start. Like if you do that in July, everybody's pretty content with it.
But it wasn't Don Larson.
But I think neither was what's his face either. I'm so sick of that. I hope to God I don't have to hear Jesse Sports Centers again because I'm sure he's going to try and fit Don Larson. Hey, first complete game since since Don Larson back in.
Actually, Tausch, Blake Snell and Yamamoto going back-to-back in the postseason with 8 innings, each giving up 1 run or less. First time since the Dodgers did it in 1983 with Steve Carlton, one of the pitchers on the mound. So we got Don Larson in Game 1, and we got Steve Carlton in Game 2.
Steve Carlton pitched for the Dodgers?
No.
Or wait.
He was a Philly.
Wait a minute.
No.
Let me okay, maybe it was. Hang on. Hang on.
He was a Philly. All right, so, Jesse, as you're researching, here's what I think Jesse's point was.
Okay.
Freddy Peralta is a really good starting pitcher. And for us, with our limited resources at this point in his career, because
he's an ace.
He could be making a lot more money, he is our ace. But this is where the discrepancy in financial stuff showcases itself. And unfortunately, and somebody put the numbers up. I don't know, $162 million for Snell, $500 million for Shohei. I don't know what old boy from Japan got, but it's like $300 million plus a posting fee, all this other stuff. And I think we're paying Freddie like $8 million a year. And Freddie's been awesome. But last night was where you needed dominance. Your team struggling hitting. You needed him to be perfect, and that's a big ask. Mm-hmm. Freddie pitched fine. Freddie is not some bum like I think Jesse was trying to indicate, and I'm not saying he called him that, but he was the bottom line is Freddie's a really good starting pitcher, but what Snell did, I don't know if Freddie can do on the same level, and it obviously it didn't happen this time. And Milwaukee had opportunities if they could hit at all, but unfortunately they've picked a brutal time. And I love Christian Yelich. I think he's been a great ambassador for the state of Wisconsin, for the Milwaukee Brewers, but he has stunk. No, he's stunk. He just can't hit, and I think you have to at least start thinking about moving him down a bunch. You need to do something to get a spark plug here. I think you got to move Yelich down. It's not close. Like right now, if he rolls one over to the second baseman, you're happy. Like his swing looks off. He is not there. And at some point, that's kind of where we're at. And you have to figure out some different ways of doing it.
I saw a stat last night, and I saw Jesse repurposed it today in his rundown, which we all read very closely. 12 instances where the Brewers swung at the first pitch, including Churio, who hit the ball out of the ballpark. But if the idea is to make them throw lots of pitches, and as baseball analyst Mark Tauscher told us, get to their bullpen. That's not getting you closer to getting to their bullpen, right?
I mean, Jason, we both thought the same thing in our little text string last night. This is like a 1988 series.
Yeah.
Fernando Valenzuela is out there throwing screwballs, and Oral Hershiser's bulldogging people into submission, and you don't even have to worry about it. I don't know who was the closer back in the 88 Dodgers championship run, but we don't even know. We don't even know. The guys don't pitch 8 and 9 innings anymore. Analytics won't even let them, and old Davey over there is like, yeah, oh, you want to go back out there? Yeah, go ahead. And he's just, it was super annoying, and it's
He was kicking himself for not doing it the first game.
He's sitting there in a dugout, chewing on seeds, hands in his Dodger blue coat. I don't even know if he got his keister off the bench last night.
Didn't need to.
He was literally sitting there just, it was like a Sunday stroll in the park for old boy. Just a Sunday stroll. We have not done anything to put, other than the 9th inning when he did the one inning that we have not seen a starting pitcher, is the only inning where he had to stand up. That ain't good.
The 1988 World Series, the Dodgers won that series 4-1. Jay Howell was the closer. He had one save.
That name doesn't ring a bell.
He had one save out of the 4 games.
Can I provide a correction on my 1983 nugget?
Yes, because Steve Carlton, lifelong Philly, I believe.
Here's the thing. So I got confused because the Phillies won the series 3-1 over the Dodgers, but the Dodgers, through Jerry Royce and Valenzuela in back-to-back games,
Jerry Royce.
in games 1 and 2, giving up 1 run or less, pitching at least 8 innings. Last time it happened in the postseason, and it was in a losing effort in the series for the Dodgers against the Phillies. How about that? So we got a chance still.
At a 1988, the 4 wins in that series went to Oral Hershiser with 2, Alejandro Pena with 1, and Tim Belcher with 1. So for those of you that...
A lot of wins for Timmy Belcher. Ended up going to the Oakland A's for a while with Carney Lansford and Ron Hassey, I think, was a backup catcher then.
Terry Steinbach. Yes, I love it when we do this 80s baseball.
Mike Gallego.
When you get Don Larson and Valenzuela in back-to-back games, this will happen.
So here's what I would say. I would say this for everybody, because everybody's down today. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. It went as bad as you could have hoped offensively for this team. I don't know how it's going to get better, but this is the case where this team was road warriors all season. They were.
Be careful. And you're gonna pull a hamstring stretching here.
No, hold up.
Okay.
And when things go the way they did, and I think there was a little bit of a little hangover effect from the emotional Cubbies win, and the Dodgers are a behemoth. They're better. They have more talent than we are. That doesn't shock anyone when I say that.
No.
But if you can just get that game 3, all of a sudden you're not going to be in the jungle. You're not in some hostile environment in L.A. People show up late. They're more worried about wolfing down a Dodger dog.
Nancy Grace.
Get it going and just get 2 out of 3 and get it back to Wisconsin. That should be our goal here. And if you do that, you got a puncher's chance. That's all you can hope for as we sit here right now.
Well, nevertheless, if you were viewing yesterday as a must-win, they are going to continue playing the series, even though the Brewers are down 2-0 and have scored 1 run in each of the first 2 games. Game 3, Jesse, again, is tomorrow. It is a 5:08 first pitch in Wisconsin, a 3:08 first pitch in Los Angeles.
I was listening to Dom and Jerry, my new favorite show, Dom Catronio and Jerry Augustine on Brewers Extra Innings.
Which one's the cat and which one's the mouse?
Well, it's Dom and Jerry. I mean, if you know.
Is that what they call the show?
No,
Tom
but they
and Jerry?
should. I didn't realize it until I was listening last night.
100% they
It's
should.
Tom
Kinda
and
clever.
Jerry.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You could do like little caricatures of them, but make them one look like a mouse and one look like a cat.
So in addition to his role with 620 WTMJ, Dom Catronio works for TBS. He was out in L.A. for the Phillies-Dodgers series, and he said they had a 5:08 Central Time start, 3:08 in L.A. for that series last week, and there was no juice in the stadium at all. Fans were late arriving, and they just weren't into the game. Like, it was all the stereotypical things you would expect from Dodger Stadium for a 3:08 first pitch, even in the playoffs. So if you want to have any
traffic out there,
if you want to have
a lot
anything
of
to
traffic to
rally
get to
around,
Chavez.
not going to be a hostile environment at all tomorrow afternoon.
No, it will not be. Who's pitching? Q?
Sounds like Glasnow for the Dodgers, and we don't know.
No,
for
I know.
us.
Listen, man, I ain't worried about them. They can't pitch as good as they just did.
Wait till
No, they
they get Larsoned tomorrow.
Hey,
Like legit
what can we
Larson.
do, Jesse? Since you were there,
I get Nolan Ryan
what
next.
can we do to mix this up?
Steve
The
Carlton.
order just ain't working. What do we
Can
need
we
to do?
delve into how Jesse would reconfigure the batting order after you tell us about Pella Windows and Doors
Yeah.
of Wisconsin? Can we do that?
Absolutely. When it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month only, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0 interest for up to 60 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We have reached a level of dispirited frustration that we are going to give the lineup card to Jesse Nelson and ask him what he can do to reconfigure the lineup to get the Brewers' bats to be awakened. Talk about desperation. We'll see what Jesse can come up with, and we'll discuss a little more. I was taken aback by the level of vitriol being directed at one Christian J. Yelich in the aftermath of last night. A lot of social media people very ticked off. Curious about that as well. We'll talk about that as we get ready to shift gears to Packers and Bryan Bulaga. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
After a breakout game of sorts for Packers rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden on Sunday, 3 catches for 86 yards, 2 carries for 16 yards. Homer from the Homer Hour on ESPN Milwaukee says he has a new expectation for number 0.
Everybody is now appropriately expecting a wow every game. I don't know what yards, I don't know catches. I expect a wow from Matthew Golden every game.
While Golden eclipsed over 100 all-purpose yards for the first time in his career on Sunday, he's still seeking that elusive first touchdown.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need a mortgage? Don't look far. In your backyard is where we are. Visit a Tri-City near you. Get a great rate from your hometown crew. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 4333891.
When the leaves start to fall and your roof starts to call, fix it in the fall, fix it in the fall. If your shingle's looking rough and your gutter's full of stuff, get it fixed before it's froze, man. It's time to call the pro. We patch it, we match it, we stop that drip, free estimates, quick fix. Don't let your roof slip, your home's your castle. We keep it tight, call Avondale Roofing, they roof it right. Fall deals dropping it like it's hot, call Avondale Roofing at 855-819-7663.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
He is not the hero we deserve. We deserve better.
So right now, Jason,
he's all we got.
Jesse, who do we look at this lineup? Who do you have any confidence in? I got Chourio.
Chourio.
That's it for me.
Who's the second one?
It's going to barrel the ball or hit something.
Durbin.
At least put the ball in play on a consistent basis. Am I crazy? Is there somebody I'm missing? Tell me.
What about Vaughny?
Vaughn's had some clutch home runs when needed in the Cubs series. Contreras was up at the plate.
Yeah. Okay, put
Monday
Contreras.
night.
Yes, 100%.
I think there was resounding confidence when Contreras was up with runners at second and third and 2 outs on Monday night that the Brewers were going to win the game. So
agree.
Contreras, Chourio. I don't really agree with Durbin. I'd probably just say Contreras and Chourio right now are the 2 that I have confidence in getting something done when they're up at the plate. Everybody else, no.
All right, so out of that, who is the one I have to admit, man, and again, Yelich is a great dude. We preface it with all the right prefacing. But I don't have any confidence he's even going to hit the ball in play. Like, when there's a lefty, it was I'm looking at, like, I don't even – and he mentioned it after the game last night, his confidence, and he's in a bad spot. You just wondered, is there anybody that you'd even think about either replacing him with or at least bumping him down lower in the lineup? Is that fair?
It's very fair.
Through 7 postseason games this year, Christian Yelich is 5 for 26. He is batting 192. Andrew Vaughn, Bryce Terang, Joey Ortiz, Isaac Collins, all hitting worse.
Isaac struggled. He is struggled.
Isaac struggles, but all season long, if you want to have someone in the lineup who's going to be a pesky guy that's going to no. If you want to have somebody in the lineup who's going to work the count, get to a full count, foul off a bunch of pitches, and drive the pitch count up, Isaac Collins is the guy.
Dude threw 9 innings and had 110 pitches last night. I don't know anybody working a count last night.
That's what I'm saying. Isaac Collins would be, if you wanted to make some type of change, even though he's been cold in the playoffs, he's a guy who can... He's known
you know who
to
else?
do that.
I just got a text. Bowers.
Yeah, I
want
bring
Bowers
him up too.
in more.
So
yeah, he needs to be more in play.
Jake the Rake.
OPS.
Or Jake the Snake. Either one. We'll take both.
Snakes on a plane. The Brewers' leaders in the postseason in OPS, Jake Bowers, Jackson Churio, Andrew Vaughn, William Contreras. Those are all the guys that are over 700 OPS. That's it.
I'd
That's
say
the
outside
list.
of those four, I would keep Vaughn too. This might have been a good time for Rhys Hoskins. Maybe.
Experienced player.
Because right now we need something somewhere from somebody. How would you describe, Jason, you're a wordsmith.
I am. Anemic.
How would you describe the Milwaukee Brewers offense so far?
Anemic. But again, how much of that is them?
Punchless. One of the Academy brothers just said punchless, and I kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
Although Churio's a puncher.
Look, they
Everybody
hit
else
a bunch.
is kind of
They hit a bunch of solo home runs in the Cubs series. Like, they certainly had enough offense to win the series.
They hit a couple 3-run home runs too.
They did. My point being is that the last 2 days have clearly sucked. How much of that is them not being good, and how much of that is them facing two guys that were great? I don't know. This is not my game. But it would seem to me that that a guy that has won 2 Cy Youngs, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yep.
And then a guy that they paid, half the GDP of small countries to get, were really good. And certainly the Brewers factor into that. And to Jesse's point in the rundown about not working counts and the number of pitches that Yamamoto had to throw to get to a complete game win was not ideal. Those are factors. But is it possible that the other guys have just been damn good pitchers and they've run into 2 guys that were really good back-to-back nights?
All right. Hey, damn good pitching. Okay. But this is listless. At least Jason, it's 2 days in a row that there's been really, outside of a 9th inning when you finally got to their bullpen, it's been nothing. Nothing. I don't care if they got Vita Blue going with Nolan Ryan, and then you bring in
Steve
Quiz
Carlton
to close up shop. Yeah, the old great Dodger, according to Gel. Yeah, you've had and I know baseball is a game of streaks. I get all that. But we have to figure out some way, somehow, to at least start putting some pressure on, because that image of old boy just chilling, hand in pocket, spitting seeds, not having a care in the world, can't have that. Can't.
I assume that there has been no further wagering by the dynamic duo of Jesse and Tausch at Hard Rock Casino Rockford on any sort of Brewers prop bets or anything at this juncture.
We have not, but Jesse, I know, has already done really well back from our both May and our June. We have a lot of Packers stuff out there that is looking real good. And you know what else is real good? The Hard Rock Casino Rockford features over 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space. 1,300 slots, 50 live table games, a sports book, and a rock shop, and the Hard Rock Live entertainment venue. 23,000 square feet of premium concert and event space. Bradshaw played there. That's how great it is. Features more than 1,000 feet of LED screens to enhance the experience for up to 2,000 guests. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois, about an hour from the greater Madison Metroplex.
We're going to be there Monday night for the Barry Alvarez show on ESPN Madison.
Oh,
Are you and Barry riding down together?
I don't know. We have not coordinated all the travel plans yet for Tarek, Derek, Barry, and I.
Oh, please tell me that you are.
We haven't coordinated
God, would that
yet.
be amazing?
I would not give it
if you do,
it's not a 0% chance.
If you do, you have to put some type of dashboard cam, and we need content with this.
Go
that
boo
would
in
be
a
just
car.
A thing of beauty. Go boo in a car.
It's really good.
We'll talk to Bryan Bulaga next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Wisconsin sports fans, Bryan Bulaga here from my friends at Surfside. Football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Ready for the snap and a timeout taken. The team looks a little bit lost. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, the winning play is simple. A whole house of new windows as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no interest. A championship move from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
No doubt, Wayne. And unlike the opponent's defense, Pella Windows actually stopped the drafts.
The draft draft picks we gave up for number 1 had to be the steal of the century.
True, but I'm talking about replacing old drafty windows.
Roger that. With energy-efficient windows that keep the cold out, you'll stay as toasty as a fan at a warm weather preseason game.
Pay as low as $297 a month for a whole house of new Pella windows.
Plus, with 0% interest for up to 60 months, don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today.
Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
At Ewald Automotive, we make it easier than ever to get you into America's best-selling trucks and SUV during Ewald Truck and SUV Month. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC, Jeep, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Ewald is your one-stop shop for trucks and SUV. All makes, models, and sizes. Choose 0 down, 0 payments till 2026, or 0% financing. All with our low price guarantee. All in one place. Ewald Truck and SUV Month going on now.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
On select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch is brought to you by Surfside. Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka. It's light, refreshing, and has 0 bubbles. It's perfect for a day on the golf course or a day at American Family Field. Cheers to Surfside.
Our famous friend, a famous Iowa alumnus. I'm really wondering if Jesse got any text messages during his wedding that he was at from this guy. But we need his insights on the Packers, not on the Badgers, with his Iowa bias. He is the great Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Bryan, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than Luke Fickell. Almost as good.
The answer is yes. I did get a bunch of texts while I was at the wedding. If you
we
were
never
wondering.
talked about it all week.
Yeah, no, we haven't. No, we haven't.
We haven't talked about that game at all. Actually.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys mind? I'm gonna take a beat. I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves for 15 or 20 minutes, and I'll just let me know when you guys want to get back to Packer talk and some other things.
Let's do that now, because Bryan Bulaga takes the high road. That's the kind of guy he is, except in his text messages to Jesse.
Except for one day a year.
No reason to kick us while we're down over here.
So, Blue, you know what, Matt? Here's the deal. We are accountable. It was a beatdown of epic proportions. Blue, were you surprised at all by what happened on Saturday?
I was. No, I was. I was surprised that it went that way. And it started with when our quarterback announced that he was starting, that he was going to play. That's kind of when I thought there's a chance that the game could potentially not go that way, but that, it could go in Iowa's favor strongly. We talked about how if he didn't play, that it could be a close game because I didn't know who was going to be playing quarterback for Iowa. Well, when they announced that he was going to play, I was like, okay, there's a chance that Iowa could put up more than 10 points. That's what my thought was, because he can move the ball up and down the field more than the backup. But I did not expect Wisconsin to play that way offensively. That was not what I expected to see at all. For backwards passes and fumbles and drops from 5 yards away to the tight end that are 15-yard gains that are easy first downs. That's just stuff that I don't expect to see, right? Those are the easiest things that Wisconsin football should be doing. That's fundamental things that I just don't expect to see, right? And that's why it kind of took me by surprise that the game went that way. And to put up no points, nothing, there wasn't a drive that besides the one that kind of ended where the tight end dropped that little pass that he should have caught. It would have been a 15-yard gain. Besides that drive, there wasn't a single drive that was threatening. There wasn't a single drive, right? That to me was the most shocking part of the entire game. And it just kind of caught me off guard. Like, it really did.
Yeah, but the throw right into the belly of that defensive lineman was right on target. Like, he could not have thrown that ball better if he had been the intended receiver.
That's true. That was a direct strike. That was right in the gut. That was right in the gut.
For those of you scoring at home.
You know what that reminded me of, Blue? And I obviously, doing the games, you're watching it, and you're telling what you see. But it reminded me a little bit of when Dan Conley returned that kick from New England. Yeah. And there's something about, like, obviously, in both cases, you're on a team or you're hoping a team wins, but then there is the other side of it from a big person's perspective, and you're like, that's pretty awesome. Like, to make that pick, to do it, and then to ramble down the sidelines and dive, thought he got in, he was a half a football short, to go pylon hunting. I have to admit, watching it back afterwards, that's a pretty impressive play. I think Graves, the D tackle, was the guy that made that play. It was a pretty fantastic play by him.
It was impressive to see the big fella rumble down the sidelines.
Yep.
It was impressive to see the big guy go. I don't know where Wisconsin goes, and I'm sure you guys have been talking about this.
Well, actually, we haven't.
We've tried.
We have avoided it greatly this week.
Kind of steered clear of it, Blue. We got Brewers baseball and other stuff.
I get it. I just mean probably more locally, right? Like and probably a lot more locally in Madtown, right? Like in the heart of
talk. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, in the heart of the beast would be my guess. But, like, it's just, like, that was my first time watching an entire Badger game, right? Like, that was my first time this year watching the entire game. And I understand now why Badger fans are very, very upset. I get it. I understand. I totally get it now. And until you watch it, until you see it, you're kind of like, okay, I mean, come on, why are you guys so upset? And now I see it. I understand. So I'm not here to pile on. I am not, but I pile on Jesse for sure. When
you were Saturday night. I can tell you that much.
He's an antagonist, though.
Well, that's because it's you. I mean, you're the one who's texting me during bowl season. You're going to score a touchdown. You're going to score. Okay. Oh yeah, of course I'm going to do that to you.
It's a pretty good Jesse, by the way.
I'm standing around trying to watch the Brewers game on all the baby phones at this wedding, and then my phone keeps going off. It's Bulaga.
Yeah.
Oh, Hawkeye scored again. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Look at the Hawks go.
So of course it's going to be to you only, but to everyone else I'm not going to pile on. To everyone else I'm not doing that, but
that's
to
classy.
You only, Jesse. Only
Blue, that's
to Jesse.
really classy. It's very classy.
Yeah.
All right. Brian, let's get to the Packers and the place I want to start. I know Tausch has got plenty of questions for you, too. But I am concerned about our guy, Zack Tom. We got two of the great right tackles in Packers history. You guys have been huge fans of him from the jump. He said after the game that he was in so much pain that generally after games he can go through plays and talk about what happened in the game. And he basically said, look, I don't really remember what happened in the second half. Like, he was in that much pain. And my question for you is, he toughed it out. He played all 61 offensive snaps. God bless him. He managed to catch a ball on the sideline that was being thrown away. He caught it like one hand with his lineman glove on. It was impressive. He had a good day. How the hell is he going to do this for 12 more weeks without a bye?
Yeah, and that's kind of what, I was talking about and worried about going into this, right? Like, and we, we kind of talked about this last week, right? Like, and Tausch, you and I were talking about it, like going into practice and taking reps, and they give veteran guys a little bit more leeway and how their bodies feel and all that. And that's certainly the case. And he got through this game, but then you hear the comments like that, like, I don't remember the game. I hurt so bad. And it's like, okay, like I hear that, but that makes me nervous from a standpoint that, like, I played through a lot of junk in my day. We'll just put it that way. And like, I could say a lot of worse words. than junk. But I don't recall ever feeling that, right? Like, I don't recall playing through something that I don't remember the game because like a body part hurt that bad, and I just had to focus on dealing with like how bad the pain hurt. I don't remember what happened. So like, it just gives me concern as his recovery. Like, how is he going to get his body back to do it again and then again and again? And it's just it's and because it's a muscle, right? Like, it's the healing of it, right? Like, and when you've already injured it and it's torn, technically, right? That's what it is. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's torn, and you go damage it again, and so now it re-tears. It doesn't have the time again to heal properly to go essentially re-tear it again out in a game, and that's my concern with where he's at, and then what he said, right? I'm not misinterpreting what he's saying. What he's saying is it hurts a lot and it's very painful. So like, how is he going to turn around and do it again? Like you said, 12 more times with no bye week. And that to me is, it's tough. I mean, listen, I give him all the credit. Like, we, in our O-line room, that'd be a Warrior credit, right? Like, that's a Warrior credit. Like, you get that on the board. That's a Warrior credit. But 12 more Warrior credits going through it that way, man. That's a lot of Warrior credits. And, it's a long season. It's a long season to do that. And I'm worried about him. Like, I mean, I don't even know the guy. You know what I mean? I don't even know him. But to go through that week after week, that's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I'm just saying that. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of pain to deal with.
All right, we will get into some of the particulars of the offensive line coming up. I do want you to think about this, and not just because I wrote about it. Matt LaFleur, after the game, and then reiterating it on Monday, we asked a lot of questions about Matthew Golden. And does he, do you have to figure out ways to get him the ball more? And Matt LaFleur, I don't want to say he was defiant, but he was kind of like, are you guys new here? That was kind of his answer. It is what it is, guys. I know everybody wants us to force feed guys the ball, but that's not really how we've done it around here, and I don't plan on changing that. I would like to get your thought.
Except for when Devontae was here.
Yes, but I think it's important to look at, A, who the quarterback was, and B, who the other guys were. If you look at those 2020 and 2021 seasons, Jesse's guy, Alan Lazard, was the next best wide receiver option. So I think they feel better about their choices that they have. But I want to get both your thoughts on how you get more opportunities for Matthew Golden while staying true to your teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone achieves more approach offensively. We'll get into that during the second half of our time with the great Bryan Bulaga, Iowa. Luckily for him, not Wisconsin. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's Student Athlete of the Week is Port Washington's Jack Bunyan. As just a sophomore, Bunyan took over as the starting quarterback for the Pirates and made an immediate impact. In their game against Watertown, Bunyan completed 13 of 22 passes for 322 yards and 5 touchdowns, setting 2 new school records and leading Port Washington to a 56-28 win over the Goslings. And when he's not leading the charge on the football field, Bunyan also shines on the diamond as a standout baseball player. Congrats to Jack Bunyan, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Catholic Memorial Football lives here.
Barreling towards the end zone, and he's in! Isaac Miller!
This Friday, the Crusaders close out the regular season at Waukesha South.
All the way into the end zone! Camden Shumpert!
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune in Friday at 7 for the live streaming at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Shop the Pig! The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Rolling on with Bryan Bulaga on a Wednesday on Wilde and Tausch. All right, Brian, I'm handing you and Tausch the co-offensive coordinator keys. Matt LaFleur has decided not only to hire you two knuckleheads, but he's giving you the play calling duties. You've seen what Matthew Golden has done of late. Clutch fourth down catch in Dallas to keep the thrilling game-tying field goal drive alive at the end of overtime. You saw what he did on Sunday, all 3 of those explosive gains on his 3 catches. He has yet to find the end zone, but many of us believe it is time for him to be more involved offensively. How are you two going to put your heads together and do it?
Well, I think, we all know, at least for me, we've seen kind of how he's been used so far. And he is obviously he's their big play down the field threat. I think that's not a, question. That's not that's not a disguise at this point. That's what he is. He's a threat down the field. He's faster than everybody. teams now have to respect that. Safeties are going to play off and back. Like when he runs down the field, he is going to open up massive space. Like that's just what he does. Like and he's an issue. I think to get him the ball more, and this is just like my opinion. Like I would like to see him work more in the middle of that in the field. Like see him work more in that 8 to 10 yard box, right? Like see him work more of the slant, see him work more of the dig route, see him work more of not essentially what Dobbs does a lot of, because like Dobbs does do a lot of those types of routes where he does a lot of the dirty work, so to speak, right? Like where he's running over the middle of the field, and there's something to be said about guys that do that. I mean, that's a tough life going over the middle of the field, right? And you got to get used to that in the NFL. Like it's a dangerous gig, right? Like going over the middle of the field and catching the ball. I mean, there's something to be said about that. But there's a lot of yards to be had over the middle of the field, right? And if you get Golden the ball over the middle of the field and there's space, he can make a lot of people miss, and he can go. So, like, to me, that's how you'll be able to find him and get him more opportunities. He's got strong hands, so we know he can catch the ball and pluck the ball and make contested catches. Because otherwise, if we're going to just have him line up, whether that's out wide or something like that, and just run these kind of deep seams or go balls, that's kind of going to be his opportunities. Right, like you're going to have to find him on 25-yard routes or things like that, and those things take time. They have to develop. You have to count on the offensive line to hold up and things like that. So, like there's multiple factors that go into him getting the football. Where if you get him in the slot, if you get him in certain situations where you can hit him on more of those quick hitters, there's less factors that go into finding him in shorter or tighter spaces to get him the ball and get him more chances, so to speak. So that would be what I would do, right? And again, like it seems at this point, his knowledge of the offense probably is pretty good, right? I don't think that right now he's probably very comfortable in it. I don't think they should be worried about overloading him with like running the X or the Z or what. I don't think that should be an issue at this point, right? I think he's probably well versed on all the positions, so to speak. I think he's probably pretty versatile at this point. So that's what I would do, right? And not really like these jet sweeps and things like that, because I don't know. Like that to me is, I mean, it can work from time to time, but I don't know. I'd rather see him get the ball on an 8-yard slant and go.
They did go horizontally a lot on Sunday. It felt like side to side instead of forward, didn't it? Or am I imagining that?
No, they did. I mean, they did. I mean, you have to feel good. I mean, when you see that, I mean, it's like, do you feel, especially once Hendrickson leaves, you feel good about capturing edges. Right, like, I mean, when he leaves the game, you feel good about trying to capture edges and getting around the defense and playing that type of game. And that's how they probably felt once a guy like that leaves. Or you feel good about their corners not being able to tackle or things like that, or the safeties not being able to fly down in the box and containing and things like that. So there's reasons for that, right? Like there's reasons that you may try to play that type of game against the Bengals defense or a team like that. But I just think if you want to get the ball in his hands more, right? Like you have to use him and shift him around in different positions besides just like out wide and running him in, certain routes. Like I think he could run a bunch of different routes and get the ball in different levels of the defense, right? Like short, medium, and long. I think he can be used all over the field and be a weapon. Like I think he could be a guy that you can. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Blue, don't let Wilde bully you here, though. I mean, do you think Golden had 3 catches for, what do you have, Jason? 90 yards?
86 yards. 86 yards. I don't know.
He's a rookie.
You.
No, you're kind of telling him, well, Blue, you got to get him the ball more.
No, I asked you guys to be the offensive coordinators.
Yeah, I know, and Bryan is going through a litany of things that he'd want him to do, and my point is there are other mouths, as you like to say, there are other mouths to feed. And by the way, the Pac-Man that I want to make sure is fully loaded with all those pills is Josh Jacobs. That's the guy I want to make sure is full. And then Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
And after that, then we can start having conversations about who else. Tucker and Jacobs are the engines of this offense. They need to be whole. All these other guys, yes, it's great. The receiving core, I just don't look at it at this point and say, I got to find ways. Now, do I want Matthew Golden to make plays? Yep. I think he is exactly where I want a rookie wideout to be. I'm not counting on him for everything, but I certainly am expecting him to make a big play or two throughout the game. And that is where we're at. Once you start saying, boy, we just haven't gotten him the old Randy Moss quotas that you had to hit, or ratios, that is not good unless, Randy Moss is a freak, and maybe Matthew Golden will be on that level. What are you going to do when Christian Watson comes back then? You're going to say, well, I got to make sure I get him 4 or 5 touches, right?
Right.
Well, that's
true.
The thing. Yeah. Well, so here's my thing with that too, right? Like, and this is not a, because I'm a pro get Jacobs the ball as much as possible. I think I've been very clear on that. I get he caught the ball and he was used in the passing game. He was very good in that, with this weekend and last weekend and how he was utilized in total. But I want him handed the ball, guaranteed touches, right? Like those are guaranteed touches when it gets turned around and handed to him. Like that's what I'm big on. And but what we've seen so far, and I get his average running the ball was good, and that as the game went on, it got better. But as we've seen as the season's gone on, like they've been putting themselves in positions, unfortunately, that we've been in these, second and long and third and long situations, as drives have gone on. So when we get into these situations, we need to be able to find options available that receivers are becoming open, right? And we're not just always throwing the ball 20 yards down the field. And I think as a former offensive lineman, there's nothing that drove me more nuts, and maybe Tausch, you didn't mind, but it drove me nuts that we tried to take shots 20 yards downfield when we needed 8 yards, and we could have just ran a guy like 10 yards downfield or 8 yards and got a first down, but we took a shot 20 yards downfield and it was incomplete. So there's something to be said about finding routes for those guys, like the Goldens, or like when Watson comes back or whoever, to find that happy medium of finding the routes for those guys that they can get more targets in that zone of the field, if that makes sense. I guess that's where I'm trying to kind of go with it. If you're looking to find more targets for a guy like that, right? Then just the 3 targets for 87 yards or whatever, that's those are obviously big chunks of yardage. So that's what he is. He's right now just a home run hitter. And I think he could be more than that. Yeah, sure. I think he could be more than that. I think everyone thinks he can be more than that. But I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of if you wanted to get the ball in his hands more, it's in that intermediate part of the field. That's where I look at it. And that's really where I'm coming from with it. Because that's where the offense has been
that was my point.
A lot, unfortunately.
That was my point to you and to Jason is there is nothing wrong with a first-round receiver having 3 for 86. That's a good day. And, yes, you're always going to be
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I this is where I think that sometimes media folk get a little bit like their coaches. Oh, well, he did this. Well, we have to do this. Well, you just won the game. He averaged 27 yards a catch or whatever the math is on that. That's good. And, by the way, it wasn't like the offense. If the offense sucked and you didn't score any points, then Wilde can get up, put his coach's head on and say, well, Matt, your offense didn't seem very effective. Josh Jacobs had 150 total yards. Tucker Kraft had 2 big catches for 40 and a tutter. Like, to me, you're looking at it saying, yeah, offense was spreading it around pretty good. That's pretty good. But, Wilde puts his coach's hat on and said, well, I don't know. Well, Matthew Golden had be pretty good to get him more catches, probably get him more yards. And LaFleur can look at it and say, Wilde, we put up this. We had one of our best offensive performances we've had. Maybe we know what we're doing. And that's, in essence, what he told you all yesterday, J-Dub.
Romeo Doubs with 9 targets in the game. He had 5 receptions. He was also targeted on the interception. Jordan Love's passer.
You want to take some of those and give them to Golden.
Jordan
I see
Love's,
what you're doing. A little redistribution, if you will. I get it. All right.
So
now it's starting to make a lot more sense to me. Now I get it.
If I may briefly, because this is Brian's segment, not mine.
The old coach's hat.
I am a firm believer, unlike others who may have asked the questions that may have been if Sam Waterston were involved on Law and Order and not getting ice cream with Evan Cohen at an ice cream shop in New York City, might have been accused of trying to lead the witness. But there were questions asked about Golden, which prompted Matt LaFleur's response. I believe in their system. They do not have a Devontae Adams at this point who should be getting 160 targets in a season. I don't believe that, period, Finn. I also believe your point that you made about not only Christian Watson coming back sooner, but also Jayden Reed coming back later. Jayden Reed was pretty damn good, including on the catch he made that he broke his collarbone on, that was wiped out by a penalty. You want to get him involved when he's healthy.
Yep.
And so I don't have a problem at all with Matt LaFleur's philosophy. The question I have is there a slight tweak to the distribution where you can say, you know what, 4 more passing plays a game, we're going to run it so Golden is the first read in the progression. And if it's not there, it's not there, and you keep going. But does he now merit that small tweak that maybe that gets him 2 more targets a game? That would be my coach's hat on
I would
mentality.
say this. If you're looking at it and you want to start tweaking, I want Tucker Kraft getting more touches than that
2
would be
targets.
my number one.
Right?
He needs more.
Is that enough for him? That's not enough for him either.
No, he needs more. But I'm just not interested in sitting down with my quarterback and saying, hey, we got to find a way to get the ball to Golden more. And that's on you as a schematic drawing up plays. And it's about players, not plays at the end of games. Matthew Golden's made some plays, no doubt about it. Blue, what do you make of the I've seen a little bit on Packers Twitter, the outrage about Micah Parsons being held every play? Because let's be honest, the first half defensively, we were what we thought we were. Really dang good. And then the second half, it was kind of like, who are we defensively? And where was Micah? And where was this pass rush? 2 questions for you. Is Devontae Wyatt's absence this big of a deal? Because since he's been out those 6 quarters, we haven't been as dominant. Period, Finn. And the other part is Micah, is this just Micah's lot in life that he just better get ready? You're going to get held. You're a stud. Get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, so I think Wyatt, obviously, he's good. I mean, he's certainly good. And I think from a pass rush standpoint, when he's in the game, he's one of those guys from the interior standpoint that can eat a double team, that may demand a double team, right? Like, he gets in there, and from a pass rush standpoint, if he gets into a one-on-one situation, can win easily. So you get him in there, and then you have a Parsons, and then you have a Rashawn and a Van Ness or whoever it may be on the edges, and Wyatt's in there on the interior. He's a guy that may demand a double team. So then that takes away a thought process of potentially sliding out a guard then to Parsons or whoever that is, and that's another body then you it's It's more schematics that offensive coordinators then have to come up with. It's less guys out in a route. There's a lot that goes into it than if a guy like Wyatt is in there, because before he got hurt, he was having a nice season, not just stopping the run, but also rushing the passer. He was very effective, pushing the pocket, beating guys one-on-one as well. So he was having, again, a very nice season. And obviously stopping the run, he was great. Not that the Bengals ran the ball well, but, from just stopping the run standpoint, he was very good. Mm-hmm. And from Micah, I watched the game and I watched it back. And yes, he's getting mugged. He's getting mugged. He gets help. And
yeah,
it happens. Yes, that's it's happening. And listen, I don't have many words to make anyone feel better about it. I certainly don't have any words to make him feel better about it. It's going to happen. You're one of the best pass rushers in the league, and that's what's going to happen to you when you get left one-on-one. And he was left one-on-one a couple times, and when he did get left one-on-one, he got mauled. And they weren't clean blocks. He got grabbed around the top of the shoulder pads and hugged and pulled and tugged, clean holdings. That's the thing. We hold every play.
Clean
that's
holdings.
What pass blocking. Yeah, pass blocking is holding, but then there's holding, and those were holdings. That's what he's getting almost every play when he's left one-on-one. So and you're not going to get the flag thrown every time for you. It's just not going to happen. The refs won't do it. So he's just going to have to get used to that. That's life. And I understand Packers fans want a sack or two a game from him. But it's going to be tough. It really is. And when he's not left one-on-one, he's getting double team or triple team. But you watch his game and how he played. The dude had 5 or 6 pressures. He was impacting Flacco as he was rushing and was pressuring the pocket and was on Flacco very quickly when he could, constantly. He's there. He is constantly in the presence of the quarterback and making that quarterback speed up his timing, right? It's going to be a point in time in this season that he's going to have a game where he goes off.
He's a menace.
Yeah, that he goes up. Yeah, he's going to go off for 3 or 4 sacks in a game. It's going to it is going to happen, and everyone's going to go okay, there's that guy. That's a bad man. It's going to happen.
Blue, do you think
it's just a matter of time.
Do you think that LaFleur should just send in all the videos? And because you're right, man. I'm going to sit here. We do hold every play, and and I'm sure you've heard this. This is a great line that when the refs would come in as young players, we'd sit there and ask, and the ref would always tell you as an lineman, if your feet aren't beat, we're not going to call it. If you can keep your feet in front of him, you can bear hug a little bit, and then you just try to shift your hands back in. But if you can keep your feet in front and don't get, when they do a rip and you're behind him and you're kind of pulling, that's when you're going to get called. And there were some of those with Micah. Yeah. And I don't want officials calling holdings every play. But if you are tackling him or you're behind him and grabbing his jersey, pulling him backwards, or kind of doing a headlock, you have to call some of them. And I'm sure Micah, Cowboys fans have been kind of text or tweeting at Packer fans saying, hey, this is part of the deal. And I'm sure Micah, like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and a lot of these guys, this is just the things that you have to deal with as a stud pass rusher in this league.
Yeah, if I'm Matt, you got to send him in. You got to show this is what's happening, and I'm sure Mike is getting frustrated, but he's been dealing with this, right? this is something that you deal with as a great pass rusher year to year, right? This is what happens, and that's what we're taught as tackles, right? Don't have your feet get beat and you won't get called for holding. But what's happening to him right now is exactly what you said. He's ripping around the edge, and tackles are on his back number, so that would be the number that is, essentially the line of scrimmage number, and are behind him and are pulling him back. It's they're beat, their feet are beat, and they're not getting. He's not getting the flags, and with how quick he is, it happens so fast. He beats tackles so fast that I think
Almost
sometimes.
So why?
Yeah, that I think
I don't understand. You guys, I appreciate you both admitting that you were guilty of holding even when you weren't called for it at times. But what's the reason that they wouldn't? Like, I'm not here to be a homer, but if you look at some of the Johnny montages of instances where he is blatantly held and there is no flag, what is the reluctance on the officiating crew's part of throwing the flags in those instances? Just that it would be happening so frequently because he's had that many wins? Like, why would they be reluctant to throw a flag on a clearly obvious hold on a elite player?
I think there's a couple things. Like, sometimes the ref may think it won't impact the play, like the ball's been thrown, right? Like, because that's a lot of the times that is what's happening right now because of the Parsons effect.
Right.
Quarterbacks throw the ball really fast, right? Like, they're getting rid of the ball really fast. So by the time he is beating a tackle, which was what we just said, he beats them so fast. These quarterbacks are throwing the ball, but they're holding him. But the refs think, well, he wasn't. I mean, the quarterback's throwing the ball by now, and by the chance, it's not going to impact the play. So we're just going to let that one go and not throw the flag. So, like, I think that's more the case than it's like we're not going to give him the flag. Like, I think that's more of it than – because I think if the quarterback holds it for another second, he gets the flag because then Micah continues his pass rush. The quarterback still has it, and there's more of a chance of a sack than there is not, right? So I think it's more of like a detriment of who he is than what he's doing to offenses and what he's doing to quarterbacks. But it's also like how good he is and what he does to tackles as well. Like he has that effect on, the game in general. Like, and again, I'm not trying to like sit here and say like I feel bad for him. Like, listen, you're making like $45 million and
figure it out.
You're getting help. Like, you're getting help. Like, okay, bud. Like hey, like. I don't feel too bad for you, but like at the same time, like for the defense's sake, like some of these eventually are gonna like have to get called, right? Like, I mean, they eventually have to get called. The refs can't continue to just not throw them. I mean, some of them are so blatant, right? I mean, and like again, as an offensive lineman, I don't want to see them thrown every play, but some of them, like you just watch, like that's a hold, like that's like it's clear. So. Again, they'll get called eventually, but it's the way it is right now. And to be honest, like I don't want to waste all my good graces on the Bengals, getting them thrown on the Bengals. Like let's wait till we go back to Detroit.
Yeah, wait for the Lions
to get
up
a couple of those.
Yep,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
totally agree.
Let's wait till that.
All right, Brian. We always appreciate our Wednesdays with you. I will talk to you tomorrow on the Homer Hour. Until then, thanks, buddy. See you later.
All right, guys. Take care.
That is the great Bryan Bulaga. He joins us every Wednesday and makes us smarter in the process. Just like you'll be smarter if, for some reason, you've been injured in an accident and you make the one call, that's all. To Gruber Law Offices, 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666, or go to the website gruber-law.com. For 40 years, they've been helping clients all across Wisconsin, and they'll help you when you need it most. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
Wisconsin sports fans, Bryan Bulaga here from my friends at Surfside. Football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nordman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Later, if the choices are sooner or later.
I got an idea.
I don't think it's ever been
I have
sooner.
an idea that could be revolutionary.
Oh, what could it be?
So do you want to hear it, or do we have to get? You have something that you want to?
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you about Let me tell you about my trip to England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette.
That's what I thought.
And then we'll
tease it out?
we'll take a break, and you can tease it out.
Write it down on your foolproof board so we don't forget it.
Just don't hit the button.
Hafley and LaFleur EOG circumstances. I have that written down, and I know EOG is end of game, but I don't even know what we're referring to. So hopefully you guys can trigger that and help me out.
We can, but we're not going to trigger that right now. Instead, I'm going to tell you about the big trip that we are going on with Colette. July 5th is our departure from O'Hare. We're flying to London. We're going to England, Scotland, and Wales, and you can go too if you've been waiting to take a trip like this, like I have, never left North America. It's all going to change on July 5th, and we can't wait. All you got to do is text TRAVEL to 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776 to get some more information, or just go to the website, ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details. We are going to England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We're going to take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. We'll stand before Big Ben in London. Then we'll be looking out of Edinburgh Castle. A little bit later in the trip, we'll go to Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon. We're going to take a train ride through the rolling hills to the medieval city of York. All of the iconic landmarks and cozy villages, the bustling city streets, the peaceful countryside views. We're going to experience it all in Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create some memories that last a lifetime. Again, text TRAVEL 844-770-3776, or just go to ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com. We're going to have our little meet and greet at Buck and Honey's in Monona in a little less than a month, so make sure you sign up, and it's going to be fun. I can't wait, and I've heard nothing but rave reviews from Homer and everyone else who's traveled with Colette. I can't wait to do it myself. Tausch, tease us out.
All right, so we just were talking about Micah Parsons being held, and I know Packer fans are frustrated. I'm sure Micah is frustrated. I think I know why this is happening, and I have a solution that I think everybody
will be happy with. I will tell you that next. It's Wilde.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Sundays are for football and carbless. Born in Wisconsin, carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are packed with flavor, not sugar. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. Whether you're tailgating in Green Bay or calling the plays from your couch, carbless is the cocktail that's always game day ready. Crisp, clean, and crafted to win. This season, drink like a champion. Drink carbless, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
For every athlete, every fan. Whether you're suiting up your team or rallying your fan base, Alpha Custom Apparel brings fresh, affordable designs to the field, court, or stands. We outfit schools, clubs, leagues, and fans with gear that turns heads and builds pride. Need uniforms, spirit wear, or fan merch in a hurry? Our quick turnaround and unbeatable Midwest-based service means you'll be ready for game day in style. Quality designs, comfortable fits, local service you can trust. Create with us at alphacustomapparel.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's Student Athlete of the Week is Port Washington's Jack Bunyan. As just a sophomore, Bunyan took over as the starting quarterback for the Pirates and made an immediate impact. In their game against Watertown, Bunyan completed 13 of 22 passes for 322 yards and 5 touchdowns, setting 2 new school records and leading Port Washington to a 56-28 win over the Goslings. And when he's not leading the charge on the football field, Bunyan also shines on the diamond as a standout baseball player. Congrats to Jack Bunyan, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10.23 to 11.5 ounce selected varieties Mars Fun Size Candy, $4.49. 8.1 to 11.5 ounce selected varieties Bear Creek Soup Mix, $3.49. 128 ounce pale selected varieties Blue Ribbon Frozen Dairy Dessert, $5.99. 64 ounce selected varieties Sunny D Citrus Drinks, 2 for $3.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
To be sure, there are things about Mark Tauscher that occasionally annoy me. not as many things as he has that annoy him about me. But one of the things I love about him is that he is always solutions-oriented.
I try.
Now, are some of his solutions going to be difficult to implement at times? For sure. But I love that that's always his mindset. So here we have a scenario where one of the best pass rushers in the game is getting held in some egregious manners and it's not being called. This is not just fan fiction. Like, I know Aaron Nagler asked about it to LaFleur on Monday, and it led to it getting more run. Cheesehead TV did a thing on it. It was on social. It was like, I understand that it has gotten a lot more attention, but I had people tweeting me clips for the last couple of weeks showing examples and basically asking why I hadn't
Twitter
asked
clips
about it.
Guy.
Yeah,
TCGs.
helpful. It is. It's very useful to me. I'm not saying that at all. But, I didn't ask LaFleur about it. I didn't think it had risen to that level. But now it's out there, Jerry. And Mark Tauscher, instead of just belly aching and whining, they're holding our top edge rusher, has a solution. Then we'll grade it and see what kind of grade we give it after he delivers.
All right, well, first off, I was going to do that, and then you could drum roll as I was getting into it. But Micah needs to get back to having 2 digits on his jersey. Like, having 1 digit, I think, is hurting him.
Almost as bad as being a pitcher with a 1-digit number.
I think the refs need to see both numbers, and I think that will help him get calls.
Are you being serious right now? Do you mean that?
I am being serious.
I think explain to people why, because I know you're being serious.
No, because when you're getting flipped around and like he's getting hog-tied and all this other stuff, when your back is there and you can all of a sudden see 11 or 37 or whatever number he'd be, it's better than if it's all kind of buried and just have 1 digit. And you think that's crazy, but it's not. That's not my solution. So the NFL is always worried about offense. They're always worried. They don't want to see 13-10 games with block kicks and just a blech.
No,
the Cleveland Packer game, they don't want that. They want scoring. They want fantasy. They want gambling. Like, they want this. And why NFL refs don't call a ton of – you could call holding almost every play, and I would stop watching. Legit, I would stop watching. I can't stand it. If it's a violent hold, I'm on board. If it's not, that's why you're not hearing me cry and complain. I get that Micah should be frustrated, but hey, bro, figure it out. You're great enough. You still create a ton of pressure, and as Blue said, you get rid of it. But here's my solution. 10 yards is too much for a holding penalty. It's too detrimental to an offense. Punitive. And you get to 3rd and 15, you probably ain't getting it. And I don't think officials want to do that. They don't want to do it on 2nd down. What is a defensive holding? What is that? 5. Is it 5 yards, correct?
5 yards. Automatic first down, though, I think.
Yep. And I don't love that either, but okay. But I get it because they want to push offense, so they give them a first down. If it's 3rd and 30 and you get a 5-yard penalty and they get a first down, I ain't real happy about that if I'm a defense. So on offense, you want more holdings called. All right, take away some of the punitiveness of it and just call it 5 yards. You already do it on defense. Holding on Rashid. Okay, now it goes from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. All right, I'm going to be much more apt as an official to be firing the old yellow. So if that's what you all want, I personally don't. But you want this problem solved? Here it is. Solution's right there. Take it. 5 yards, move them back, let's go. And if you do that, I think you're not, and defensive players will be happier, and offensive coordinators aren't going to pout and cry about it because, okay, well, then we have to readjust and we have to get it. So, pretty simple solution that somebody should have thought of a while ago, and here it is. Take it, run with it. I don't even want credit for this one. Just take the 5 yards and move on with your life. Period, fin.
That is so blanking smart. How long have you had that in your back pocket with your pancakes? Because that did not just come up now.
No, it's been in my mind. I don't have it, just for you all, I don't have it on my boogie board. But I have been thinking about this, and I always kind of wonder, just like I think it's idiotic that the kickoff and the punt touchback are different. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But they want, it should be why they don't move punt. You want people going for it more. You don't want people pooch punting. So make it more punitive. Make them go for it. Make the analytics make sense to not ever punt.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yes.
move that too. You have a couple of
Yes.
things that it just, the math on it makes no sense because, listen, I know how the NFL thinks. I've lived it.
Yes,
I've
you have.
sat in these meetings where they want to make money and be entertaining.
Uh-huh.
So tush push, that's why I've been anti-tush push, because it's against everything that the NFL is built on. I don't understand. If you want more offense, don't have a touchback at the 20. Move it to the 35. They'll score more. And if you want more on this and you want to stop having your top defenders getting hogtied, make the penalty less punitive so that the officials will probably look at it and say, yeah, all right, yeah, he got mugged right there. We need to throw it. Because 10 yards is tough to overcome. 5 is less. Make the change. Let's go, and let's move on with our lives.
I got to tell you, you've had some cockamamie ideas from time to time. This one should be instituted
What
today.
is my most cockamamie? Just wait a second.
I don't know. I don't keep track.
There's some that are out there, but
after 10
cockamamie's
years,
strong.
I feel like there's been a few that were
By the way,
out there, Jerry.
I want to change the seasons at one point. You wanted to go like October 31st was the end of summer.
Jesse, I hate to tell you this. We're down to 3 seasons already. Just so you know. They haven't officially changed it, but we're in a 3-season world. I also wanted to unapologize to Rob Vogel, our ombudsman, because I sent that thing to you guys last night.
What?
I'm unapologizing. I apologized prematurely. I said
You're
Mickey Mantle was
rescinding.
number 6. Yeah, I'm rescinding my apology on Twitter, and I actually deleted it because I don't mean it. Mickey Mantle was number 6 for the Yankees for a stretch. So while Rob is correct, he was number 7 for a vast majority of his career. He actually, in spring training as a young rookie, was number 6. And I said that. So Rob called me out, and listen, I love it when Rob calls us out. I think it's great.
He does a great
I love
job.
the ombudsman. But now I need him to apologize back to me on Twitter because I sent him the video or the clip of him being number 6. So there we go.
Great unapology.
Yes.
You don't see a lot of unapologies in today's day and age.
And you never are going to apologize or unapologize for your love of Coors Light.
Yeah, whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, or you're crying in your beer after another stinking offensive performance where you couldn't get a runner to second blanking base for a whole game and you let starting pitching go 17 innings in 2025 and you just need to chill, well, then crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. It's brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Make sure you celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, and Golden, Colorado.
Uncle Homer joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
At Great Midwest Bank, we've been serving Southeast Wisconsin homeowners for 90 years. Wait, 2025 minus 1935, 90 years. Wow. In our 90 years as a community bank, we've learned a lot about the values of the people who live and work here and appreciate the loyal customers that have made Great Midwest Bank who we are today. Find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
The 24th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 28th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Green Bay Packers all-time leading receiver and Super Bowl champion Donald Driver will be the featured guest and keynote speaker. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
At Ewald Automotive, we make it easier than ever to get you into America's best-selling trucks and SUV during Ewald Truck and SUV Month. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC, Jeep, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Ewald is your one-stop shop for trucks and SUV. All makes, models, and sizes. Choose 0 down, 0 payments till 2026, or 0% financing. All with our low price guarantee. All in one place. Ewald Truck and SUV Month going on now.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
On select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
You know what that music means. It's time for the GOAT, the Falcon. When it comes to Wisconsin sports talk, he is the greatest of all time. Even though the show's only an hour a day. He is Steve the Homer True. Homer, good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm confused. If I'm the greatest of all time, why would my show only be an hour?
Because you're old now.
Oh, so but while I'm the greatest of all time, I don't get to even decide what I do.
Okay, those decisions are made.
The greatest of all time.
Those decisions are made at a higher level than mine. What I'm here to tell you is you are the greatest of all time.
Oh.
And if you look at some of the greatest pitchers of all time, like Steve Carlton during his time with the Dodgers. He didn't throw 9 innings every week, every fifth day. Sometimes he only went 6 innings.
That's because at that point he was no longer the greatest of all time. Now,
that's an honorific of your entire career.
Oh, okay.
Because let's be honest.
He enjoyed pitching 1 inning, even
let's be honest. Look at Dennis Eckersley. He was a starting pitcher for a big chunk of his time with the Boston Red Sox. And then he became one of the greatest closers ever.
He became a closer. Now, that's great that you bring that up because in baseball, every team had a closer. Are you aware of any other radio stations that have a regular show with a host for 1 hour? The answer is no. So while baseball, every team had a closer, nobody else has a 1 hour
I don't think we
show
can say that for certain.
Except the greatest of all time. Yeah,
I don't listen to any other radio stations.
Homer, you might have a what?
I'd listen.
Why would you want to just be like you're unique? Why would you want to be like everybody else? Why?
I would be unique.
You are the only closer in radio.
If I had a 15-minute show. Do I want a 15? I would be unique if I had a 5-minute show. There are certain uniques you want to be, and there are other uniques you don't want to be. I don't want to be compared to
How about Dominique
right now.
How about Dominique? Yeah.
In the playoffs, we could move Homer's show to 6 a.m. and he could be the opener.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
It's actually pretty good.
Nicely
That's
done.
funny, Jesse.
That's very good. Homer, Tausch has, as you are familiar since you've known him for a long time, Tausch has often had ideas. He's a solutions-oriented fellow.
Very Pack Attack. Did he ever tell you that? Pack Attack was on for many years. Tausch joined Pack Attack. It was done that after that.
I buried it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, we put it in. We put it
Never
out.
held it against him.
No, my recollections of Pack Attack is Brett Favre throwing his fastball in a bar. Go boo in a bar. And you having like a sheriff come in with a radar gun and then it not working, and like the ball's bouncing and knocking glasses off tables.
I tried to catch a chicken too. That was a Barry Sanders.
I'll have to find that archival video.
Was that like Rocky?
I don't know what prompted it, but it's hard to, in a fenced-in area, I could not catch the chicken.
Yeah, that's what happened with Sylvester Stallone. That's how he ended up beating Apollo Creed.
Yeah, got to get the speed.
He caught the chicken finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tausch's idea to allow holding penalties to be called with a greater consistency would be to make them only cost you 5 yards offensively, kind of like defensive holding is a 5-yard penalty. Are you on board with Tausch's latest idea?
No, because it would ruin the game. You'd have a penalty every play.
No, I don't think so.
If you're only going to call holding at the same rate that you do now, then yes.
No, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what will happen.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you could ever say you know for sure. I think since holding occurs on every play, according to offensive linemen that I've met, if it was only 5 yards, I would think as an official I would be more apt to call it because it isn't harming the team as much.
Right.
Yeah,
but I think,
don't
Homer, the
want
reason
that to occur. Yeah.
No, go ahead, finish. I thought you were.
No, that's it. So then the worst thing is not the yardage. The worst thing would be, as you have said, the number of times penalties are called. I'm afraid at 5 it would be called more often.
It's a that is a fair point. I think I still believe it wouldn't be called as. Okay. I mean, I think it would be called more. The reason we brought it up is because obviously Packer fans are incredibly frustrated because Micah Parsons is getting held on a pretty high level, and they're not calling it.
That's a made-up frustration. They don't want to blame Parsons, so they're talking about the penalty.
Oh, you don't think Parsons isn't getting held? He's just not very good?
No, this is being brought up by the fans because they are disappointed in his production, and therefore they've decided to use this holding as a reason he hasn't done
What about
more.
all the video? I've seen all this video of him getting held. Am my eyes lying to me?
Hold on. Is the video any different than in Dallas? How often was it called when he was at Dallas? How often is it called now?
No, he didn't get called in Dallas either.
Okay, well, then why is anybody surprised?
Because he's new to the team and no one was paying attention when he was being held in Dallas.
We're just mad. That's our job to help them going, nothing's going on. This is exactly the way it was done in Dallas. Everybody is disappointed and doesn't want to say it because he's been nice, that his performance and effect on the defense has been disappointing and it's getting worse, not better. You assumed, as I did, the longer he's with the team, he would get things so the defense would get better. The defense is getting worse. What impact has Micah Parsons had on this defense? It's getting worse, right? Not better.
It's not as good as it was the first 2 weeks. I would argue, and I told you this on our show, the Wyatt effect. And there's also there's the Parsons effect.
So
and
now
then I'll come up with something better. Wyatt effect is too lame.
Think of that. We have Parsons.
No, that's not true.
Because, well, I don't. But that's what's going on, and it's understandable. Everybody is and should be disappointed. The defense has not gotten better, elevated with Parsons. You wouldn't even know he's on the team other than that he's on the team in terms of the impact of the Packer defense.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to listen. We're going to disagree on that.
He was
You're not
leading.
gonna disagree.
He was leading the league in pressures at the bye. Leading the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Well, no. Look, I don't care about that stat. I care about the defense. Is the defense getting better or worse?
He's one man.
You're paying him. Yes,
he
he's
needs
like
to be a
Jordan Love is one man.
I understand. I understand what your argument is, but is that so? If Rashawn Gary or if Lucas Van Ness before his foot injury on the sack he had, if they're not taking advantage of the attention, like, look, I am not here to be a Micah Parsons cheerleader, but watching the game on Sunday, there are times where he appears, he is double teamed, and you think he's out of the play, and then a split second later, he is pressuring the quarterback. Like, I'm sorry, I was a doubter on him when he came in, that he was so much better than Clay Matthews was in his peak.
Sir, that pressure, how much did that bother the old man? He had a quarterback rating of 107.9 in the second half. Absolutely no impact whatsoever. So without Micah Parsons, it would have been 130? Come on. I think it's going to get better. I think he's very good. It's the reason I'm confident with the defense. But I'm not going to lie. This defense is getting worse the more and longer he's on the team. Fact.
I don't see how you can imply causation there.
There's been
the defense hasn't played well lately. He is on the team. Therefore, his presence on the team is causing the defense to play worse?
No, it isn't having whatever. He's on the team, okay? The defense has gotten worse. You're paying him $1 million a game. He's the best player. And so he's had no positive impact on the defense the last couple weeks.
How can you say that?
Then you have to tell me that Joe Flacco would have had 130 quarterback rating in the second half, or that Dallas would have scored 100 points if he wasn't on the team.
There's 11. All right, I'm out.
Well,
all right, Homer,
you're out. What's your answer?
No, these guys. You guys, it's fun when you two fight. I just get to sit back. That's fun. I like that.
Sitting ringside.
Brewers
done.
He's a good player.
Where are we at?
And I think the defense is going to get better. And I think they're going to figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. Defense
but
is going to get
now, everybody is appropriately disappointed in the lack of impact that he has had on the defense. The defense is having issues no one thought possible after 2 games.
He was on the defense then, too, though.
108? What?
Well, yeah, but what was his quarterback rating in the first half?
That's, again, 25, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, lack of turnovers and stuff like that. We won the game. Yeah, defense has dropped off since Devontae Wyatt's been out. Period. Finn.
Okay.
And I still think Micah. I think two things.
Even with Parsons. Okay. Yeah.
I think two things can be true. Micah Parsons is a difference maker, but you need to have other guys that are stepping up. I would say if you want to be more indictful of folks, you could ask, where's Rashawn Gary? Lucas Van Ness had a good game until he got hurt. But you could ask, why is Rashawn Gary not popping off like he did in the beginning of the season? I think that is a fair question.
That's a great
because
question,
Micah is seeing double teams. He is being held, and I think it's still causing a lot of havoc around quarterbacks, even though he's not getting the sacks, the stracks, the fumble causing, and things like that. That's what I would say.
I expect it to get better. I mean, I'm not saying
I think it will.
Even though it's gotten worse lately.
Yes.
Well, the last two games have been our worst defensively of the 5 we've played. That's the reality. So that's why I can't poo-poo everything Homer said.
Yep.
I'll poo-poo his Micah Parsons take.
Game.
Wow, the end of the Cleveland game was that we gift wrapped it to him. It was a gift, and then the kid hits a 58-yard field goal. Like, come on. I'm not talking. The Cleveland game, our defense was fine. Dallas was a disaster, and it was a coincidence that Devontae Wyatt's been out. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. All right, Homer.
Okay.
Brewers done. Where are we at with the Brewers in your mind?
Yeah, they're probably done, but you can't say because they've had this amazing ability. Can you imagine what it would be like now if the Brewers had somehow stole the first game, then it's one game all? I mean, the Dodgers, each of the pitchers, I think, the starter has a contract bigger than what the Brewers are spending as a team this year. But they've had that ability. I'm expecting them to win Game 3 so that you have at least a point in the series where you scare the Dodgers a little bit. And that would be the only way. You go down 3-0, it's over. Yes, the Dodgers are going to win the series. But this team has always done more than you thought. So I'm anticipating and betting at Pato that they win Game 3 so that in Game 4, the Dodgers are a little scared. I can't believe that this team will have a series in which they don't surprise the opposing team a little bit. But
I hope you're right, man. I hope.
Because if not, I think it's over either way. And this is because people should understand the Dodgers have done an amazing job at spending all this money and also doing it wisely and putting together a good team. The money, the thing you can do if you have a lot of money is buy great pitching. For example, that's why the Brewers can't afford it, have traded all their pitchers when they then are ready for a big contract, and quite likely will do it again. And the Dodgers have put together a great organization with a lot of good players and done what, with the money, as you should, pay big money for outstanding starters, and they got another one going tonight.
And Babe Ruth.
Had injuries. Babe Ruth is one of them, but he might be the 4th best as far as the starters.
Homer, anything else on your mind before we let you go?
Yeah, there's one thing that's just huge. It's hard for Tausch. I understand it. It'd be the same way if it was about Marquette. Wisconsin football is, every day. I'm assuming they've decided he's done. So now the question is, are they getting the money? And then who do you hire as the next coach? This is all a chancellor trustee decision, but it's done. You can't continue with him beyond this year. He's lost and embarrassed, and embarrassed gets so I don't know what they're doing. Then you have the issue of McIntosh, who I don't know that you fire him. I would have picked Fickle. Everybody else, he was a very popular choice. But it's sad. The team is at the Don Morton level. Here's what the Don Morton level is for people that weren't around. And this occurred in the game against Iowa. Dwayne Wade, I always said, when he's bad, he's good. And when he's good, he's very good. Don Morton, when you're bad, it's really bad. And even when you're good, it's bad. A great example of that was the first drive against Michigan. So you're thinking, oh, my gosh, they finally figured it out. No, it's Don Morton. It's Morton. It will go bad, even though it's good. And that's exactly what occurred. That's when you know you're at that level, and that's where they are. I don't. Can they score against Ohio State? That speaks to Ohio State's great defense, but
They couldn't score against Iowa.
Correct.
Jason?
And this is sad because there's a great history. They need a Barry Alvarez like before. The problem is people need to understand in college football, nobody knows what the hell's going on. There isn't a system to where you can't even hire a consultant because no consultant knows what's going to happen. Like, is it money? Is it the school? Is it how much money? It's like kind of like radio. There are no consultants because nobody knows what the hell's going on or what's going to happen in the future. In the past, you had consultants who would say, look, Barry Alvarez is the greatest assistant coach in the country, whatever. You don't even know if that works now because you have an issue with money.
Homer, there's consultants all over radio. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, and you're wasting your money. No one knows what to do.
Okay.
Just like if Wisconsin spends money for a consultant on what to do for the next coach, they're throwing away money. No one knows. The best idea would probably to figure out, and I think Indiana was just lucky, but I would give Saban $1 million and say, what's the system? What would you do? Because he obviously looked at it and decided he didn't want to coach in it. That's my view. But the situation it's a terrible time to be in the situation where Wisconsin is because nobody knows what to do. And the best example of that is Penn State. To fire that guy after 3 bad games when they went deep in the playoffs last year. What? You're going to pay what is it? How much are they paying?
$49 million, yes.
Not even going to give him the rest of the year? What? So they don't know what the hell to do.
Yep, that's a good point.
They don't know who to get.
Yep. Before we let you go, our good friend Mike Jocko Jakes sends me this. You chased the chicken on Pack Attack because you were inspired by the 1998 Nike commercial where John Randall chases a chicken with a Brett Favre jersey on.
Yeah.
Because Brett was so hard for John Randall to chase down. Jocko was in Milwaukee back then, so I assume he knows of what he speaks. Does that ring a bell for you, old man?
It's 100% right. Whatever Jocko says is accurate, and now it makes sense because everything was done as a result of something we saw somewhere else. And please know this was the only TV show on a regular basis that had no meetings.
Oh, kind of like our show. Homer, we appreciate you. Thanks.
Pleasure. And if anybody can help and has an idea or thought on Wisconsin, I'm more than willing to listen because I don't think anybody alive knows what the hell to do tonight. That's a tough time. The timing is bad.
I heard James Franklin. All right, that is it for our time with Homer.
I would do that. Especially
you would do that?
Coach for free. Yes, I would. Yes, immediately. Yep, exactly.
Coach for $1 while Penn State pays him?
I don't know what I would pay him, but yes, I would do that. Yep.
There you go. Bye, Homer.
Go in a bar.
Bye.
That is Steve the Homer True. Tausch, tell us about what American Family Insurance has going on right now.
Well, life is better with American Family Insurance. That's because their agents will make you feel totally protected with a home, auto, or life policy that's just right for you. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly.
It may seem like the 10 o'clock hour is over, but it's not.
No, it's
More
not.
next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Get your first look at the Wisconsin Badger men's basketball team when they take the court in the Bad Boy Mowers Series at Fiserv Forum on Friday, October 24th. Bucky will lace them up against Oklahoma at 7 p.m. in this preseason exhibition game. Get your tickets now at FiservForum.com. Take advantage of this rare opportunity to see the Badgers and Sooners play in Milwaukee. Buy tickets at FiservForum.com. Catch elite men's college basketball when Wisconsin and Oklahoma play on Friday, October 24th at Fiserv Forum.
Your neighbors are talking.
Did you see their siding?
Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
Homer for Window Nation. It's October, and if you've got old windows, that means you're back to dealing with chilly air seeping into your home. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation in Milwaukee. This month, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. With the holidays coming up, it's a big deal, and they can do it so quickly. Don't miss out on free windows and 0 payments for 2 years with Window Nation, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Visit windownation.com before October 31st to get started. Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan, less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
What was the phrase again from Uncle Homer about the Don Morton era? When it was bad, it was bad, and when it was good,
even when it's good, it's bad, and when it's bad, it's real bad.
It's pretty good.
He's
and
a
yet
philosopher.
The anti-Dwayne Wade.
This is why he's the GOAT, whether he disputes that or not, based on the length of his program, which, by the way, you can hear every weekday at 5 o'clock on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Is he big in Beaver Dam too?
Oh, they love him up in Dodge County.
Yeah, he's huge, right?
Big time.
Tausch,
is he on at Beaver Dam or is Jim, Matt, and Molly on at Beaver Dam?
Homer's on at Beaver Dam.
No, Homer's on. Yeah. It's the Dam Sports Show from 4 to 5, leading into Steve the Homer True from 5 to 6.
Yeah, Homer was asking who else has a 1-hour show every day. Corey and Wally do on the damn sports show. How do we forget about that?
Exactly. So they're at both ends of the experience spectrum, and they both have the same length of programming.
Jesse also has a 1-hour show in the Barry Alvarez show.
That's not every
weekly,
day. Yeah, that's different.
On the Tee is weekly.
Yeah. Prep Mania Weekly with Hunter and Dennis is weekly.
Great program, yeah. Weekly Wilde is weekly. Except that's spelled Weakly. How are things going on the old Prize Picks for you? Did you dabble yesterday at all? Did you dabble on base hits for the Brewers?
Innings pitched. Would have been probably a smart one to dabble on. Old boy had another big one.
The more
bullpen usage. Less than an inning for 2 blanking games. We'd be cashing in all day. Unfortunately, my opinion was we needed to get to the bullpen, so I haven't cashed in because we haven't as Brewers. You know what, though? It's still fun, and it is the best way to cash in watching your favorite teams. Which players are going off? Churio, and that's about it. Nothing. Which players are struggling? Yelich. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds. Turn your takes into cash all season long. And right now, the best month of the year. You got hockey, you got football, you got basketball, and, of course, playoff baseball. No matter your play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. They put their users first. All withdrawals fast, safe, and secure. Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, quick, easy deposits into your account. Download the app. Use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the Prize Picks app. Use the code WI, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good
to be right. Right now, or in 2 minutes, the 11 o'clock hour begins. It will include double Wisconsin Geography Wednesday trivia, so get those dialing fingers ready. Wilde and Tausch continues in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Kunis Hope Chevrolet of Milwaukee is having a massive grand opening celebration, and you're invited.
3 days only.
Thursday, October 16th through Saturday, October 18th. Unprecedented grand opening celebration pricing and discounts on our entire inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus over 800 pre-owned vehicles.
Starting as low as $39.95
and only $199 per month. We'll be paying above market value on all trade-ins during this event, no matter what the mileage or condition. And during our 3-day celebration, you can take advantage of grand opening service specials on oil changes, replacement tires, brake pads, and rotors. Almost all services with hundreds in savings. It's a party, and you're invited. All brought to you by your good friends and neighbors at Kunis Hope Chevrolet, Milwaukee's #1 Chevy superstore. Don't miss the Kunis Hope Chevrolet of Milwaukee's huge grand opening celebration. Thursday, October 16th through Saturday the 18th, just off I-41 at 11100 West Auto Mall Drive. For info online at KunisHopeChevy.com.
Are you ready to fall in love with your home again? Join Lifetime Renovations this weekend at the Nari Fall Home and Remodeling Show, happening October 17th through the 19th at the Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center. Stop by booth 511 to meet the Lifetime Renovations team and talk about your next remodeling project. Big or small, they are here to make your vision come to life. Can't make it to the show? Visit LifetimeRenovation.com or call 262-302-3725 to schedule your free in-office design consultation.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins on Tausch's foolproof boogie board. LaFleur and Hafley getting together earlier this week to discuss why the Packers' defense last two games have been so bad in end-of-game scenarios, which really, more accurately, it's the fourth quarter. Again, the Packers through 5 games have given up 102 total points. 63 of those have been in the fourth quarter or overtime. That is a high percentage. They have been fantastic defensively in the first half of games, giving up next to bupkis. So, Tausch, if you're a fly on the wall of the little get-together between the head coach and the defensive coordinator, I don't know. Sounded to me like when Matt LaFleur told us about his conversations with Hafley, they don't have any idea why it's happening either. What say you?
Yeah, I think part of it always is you have a lead. You know, the one Tesla with the great catch meant nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, you ended up, I don't know if they ended up scoring a late Garbanzo Tutter.
They did, yeah.
Everything else, it's been an issue. And I don't know what the solution or I guess the first thing you're looking for is why is it happening? Is it a mentality? Is it that, you let that lead, you had the lead and you're playing a little softer because you don't want to give up big plays? If that's the case, games 1 and 2, I get. The Cleveland game is a wash. The defense was fine. That was all on a terrible special teams and offense. The defense couldn't have done more than what they did. The last two games, there's concern. And that's why I have pulled back on my crowning of this defense, even though I still think talent-wise it's an impressive collage and it has a chance to, I still think, be one of the top defenses in the league. But you have to start creating some turnovers. I think I would ask Hafley, are you still playing with the same aggressive nature that you did in the first half of these games? Because the mentality is one thing. If maybe you're feeling like the mentality is dipping, crank that side of it up. And, players, they know if you call certain plays, it's let's go. There's your mundane everyday, we're going to do cover 2, we're going to do this. All right, great. Oh, we're going to do a blitz. Oh, we're going to do this. And that, to me, is the question I have for Jeff Hafley is what can you do to spark your group? Because your group is a good defense. You've seen enough evidence of that. What are the breakdowns? Is it communication, or is it effort, or is it the mindset that you have in that fourth quarter, because it is markedly different than what we've seen in the first half?
So do you think it's conservative thinking? Like play it safe, don't take enough risks?
I think obviously Detroit and Washington, yes. And by the way, that's just smart.
Right.
You don't need to be, again, it comes down to just find ways to win the games. But the Dallas and Cincinnati, I can't say those same things. Like that, the math on it doesn't add up.
Well, we will see when we talk to Jeff Hafley on Thursday. I was going to write this story. I decided I want to hear from Hafley before I do, so he talks on Thursday along with the other coordinators. But again, Matt LaFleur's theories, are we not in good enough condition that we're running out of gas? Maybe.
Substitution. Are you substituting and keeping it? Yeah, those are questions.
So I thought that was a good one. But beyond that, what would change the perception? A takeaway in either of those games in the second half, especially if your offense then converts it to points. Like takeaways, and I saw him. He made an appearance at training camp. Mike Ayers, who was he was basically, I don't want to call him the Godfather because he's not the only one who's done this, but he was like the NFL analytics guy before analytics were cool. Like the Packers under Mike Sherman hired him away from the Vikings, and he would do a presentation to you guys all the time, and the likelihood of winning a game when you have a special teams score, you were like 85% likely to win the game or something through the roof, right?
Get some sunlight on your retinas. That was another one. Make sure you get some sunlight in your eyeballs. Yep.
So he would, I'm sure, tell you that a takeaway, you win the takeaway battle, you win like 90% of the time. Those were all things that even before we got DVOA and all the other stuff that he believed in and he was right about, percentage-wise. It is unfathomable to me. And here we are 3 weeks later still having this conversation. The Packers still only have 2 takeaways. An interception by Evan Williams in the opener against Jared Goff on a pressure by Micah Parsons, and a interception by Xavier McKinney at the end of the half when in Cleveland, Joe Flacco kind of threw a ball up for grabs. And frankly, they'd have been better off if he'd have knocked it down because they would have had the ball close to midfield, and maybe they could even got a field goal there. But he intercepted it instead. That's it. That's the list.
Thank God he did, or we don't have one takeaway.
Right?
Really
even the Jets have one takeaway now. So the Packers, I think, are second to last in the NFL still in takeaways. That's not great, Bob. All right, we need to play trivia. Jesse, which callers would you like for double Wisconsin Geography Wednesday? I was thinking, one starting pitcher went 8 innings, one went 9 innings, so callers 8 and 9 might work.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It's appropriate.
Yamamoto threw 110 pitches. Caller 8 and caller 9. Caller 8 and caller 9 will play trivia. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. But they can't play until Tausch tells us about Tito's vodka.
I love me some Tito's vodka. You guys know it, whether it's that spicy bloody in the morning, a little golf, you want to get a transfusion, you want to mix it with a little tonic, whatever it might be, or a little nightcap, whatever it is, it's always Tito's in your glass. That's what makes it so good. Also, Tito's gives back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits, doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka with your mixer, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at AssociatedBank.com/Packers. Member FDIC. Wisconsin sports fans, Bryan Bulaga here from my friends at Surfside. Football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
After a breakout game of sorts for Packers rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden on Sunday, 3 catches for 86 yards, 2 carries for 16 yards. Homer from the Homer Hour on ESPN Milwaukee says he has a new expectation for number 0.
Everybody is now appropriately expecting a wow every game. I don't know what yards, I don't know catches. I expect a wow from Matthew Golden every game.
While Golden eclipsed over 100 all-purpose yards for the first time in his career on Sunday, he's still seeking that elusive first touchdown. I'm Alex Strofe.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because you have a manly truck that you do manly things with, and you don't want the truck bed getting all beat up. You want Rhino Liner by Z-Bart to keep your truck bed man-proof. So man up and ask for Rhino Liner by Z-Bart.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
We'll get to trivia in a second. I didn't want to ask Tausch this because we're probably going to run out of time later. So do you? I'm sure you read my piece at channel3000.com this morning in preparation for the show, because that's almost as valuable as watching Get Up. I don't think it's wise to politic for Matt LaFleur to suddenly start throwing Matthew Golden 15 passes a game in his offense. But do you think it's reasonable to suggest that you could get him a little more involved than he's been? Is that reasonable, or am I being unreasonable?
Yeah, very reasonable. That's reasonable.
All right. Thank you. I feel better now. That was pretty harsh criticism.
You know what's not reasonable? I don't know if this, and I know we're getting to trivia here, but this whole thing with Detroit and that touchdown to Goff and the fact that the league told Dan Campbell one thing and it's actually something else is something that needs to get legs. The refs on the field didn't call anything. It was a touchdown. The 90-second, and I didn't watch it because I was driving back from Green Bay. But there, if that's what happened, and the league, after no flag was thrown, called over and told him to take the touchdown away. Now, allegedly, I just want to make sure I'm saying allegedly. That's what I'm seeing on Twitter.
So let me.
That is a story.
Yeah, let me do this, because I have seen snippets of this. I don't understand what happened. I wasn't watching the game either.
Yeah, we need to get educated
So let me do a little research during the commercial break after trivia, and try and be a little more educated on this. In the meantime,
agree.
Let's play some trivia presented by Cousins Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
By the way, Matt LaFleur is at the podium at Lambeau Field, so we'll keep you updated on anything he says. Unless you're someone who enjoys press conferences, then we'll catch up with you after you come back. Let's play some trivia. Let's welcome in Jesse. This can't be right.
Oh, it is.
They're both first-time contestants?
What? Double first-time contestant Wisconsin geography trivia. How about that?
That's amazing, and I'm excited to play. All right, let's welcome in our first-time contestants. First, it is Kay in Madison. Kay, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm excellent. How are you?
I am awesome. I love it when we have first-time contestants. And let's also welcome in Kurt in Monroe. Kurt, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. Jesse, did you write all these questions yourself, or did you farm them out?
Took on the full responsibility on my own, which I've been doing
nice
a lot
change
of
of pace.
lately. I should probably start mixing it up and get some help back here.
Okay. All right. Kay, question number 1 for you is this. Known as the home of the Ringling Brothers, who founded the largest and most famous circus in the world, the International Clown Hall of Fame can be found in which of these Wisconsin cities? Is it in Baraboo, Marinette, or Dunzoville?
I would say Baraboo.
And you would be right. Well done. 1 for 1.
I believe it started in Delavan, though. I believe they moved it.
That is correct. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Question number 1, Kurt.
You know your circus, don't you?
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Clowns are funny now.
I've
Clowns
heard
are
that.
funny now. Oh, guess who's coming back to the Rose Bowl reunion this weekend? Guess who Old T's going to see at the Rose Bowl reunion?
Let's get him on the show.
On Friday.
John Palermo?
He'll be there, too.
Go boo in a bar.
He'll be there, too. Yep.
Chilling now. Brad
Chilling now. Chilling now.
All right, Kurt, question number 1 for you. Not only the home of the WIAA headquarters, which Wisconsin city is also home to the United States Curling Association headquarters and is the U.S. Curling Association's Hall of Fame location as well? Is that Stevens Point, Ashwaubenon, or Hamilton, as in Matt Hamilton, Beach?
That'd be Stevens Point.
Yes,
It would be Stevens Point. I didn't know that. Learned something new today. All right, Kay, question 2 for you.
How did you not know that? That the WIA is headquartered there? You didn't know that?
The question was about the curling U.S. headquarters.
Are we sure McFarland isn't the curling headquarters?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So wait a minute. So you didn't listen to the question. Then you accused me of not knowing where the WIAA is. And then afterward, you asked, are you sure McFarland is not?
Would you like to move it to McFarland? Would you like to move it to Matt Hamilton's
That's
house?
literally what I.
You should move it to Delavan.
What I was. Well, they still got circus remnants.
I think Matt Hamilton's day job before he comes in to do Jim, Matt, and Molly, he should be the meet and greet guy at the Curling Hall of Fame in McFarland.
Yes, wearing his 4th place medal from his last Olympic experience.
Dang.
All right.
It's harsh.
But fair. Question 2, Kay. Latitudinally, which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest south? Farthest south. Is it Friesland, Fall River, or Fox Lake?
Fox Lake. No. No.
I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. I remember covering some games played by Cambria, Friesland.
Be careful what we talk about here. Be careful what we talk about.
I don't know any of these three locations, is what I was going to say.
That's okay.
I looked ahead. I know what I'm doing.
I'm not worried about you.
Okay. Question 2, Kurt. I don't know who he could be referring to.
We don't need another...
Something about cranberries and ginseng.
Yeah, another ginseng situation here.
Question 2, Kurt. For you, is this a longitudinally? Which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest east? Farthest east. You may know the choices. Friesland, Fall River, or Fox Lake.
You may know the choices. Fox Lake.
That's what I would guess, too.
Boom! All right, okay, question 3. Let's bounce back.
Fall River was the furthest south, if we didn't say. I forgot if we said that or not.
You were too busy being very concerned about what someone might tip us off on.
Understood, yes.
Okay. All right, question 3K. Which of these is the real name of a Wisconsin village located in Walworth County? Okay? A Wisconsin village located in Walworth County. Is it Sharon, Shirley, or Shelley?
Ooh, good.
Sharon.
Wow. Are you from the Walworth County area that you knew that so easily?
No, but I've been through there. I know where it is. It's a little town.
Is that where they got those good pies? Is that they got a good pie shop?
I was looking for a good pie spot.
It is. It's a great little bakery, and there's a cute little lake there too.
Wow, that was impressive. I have no idea where Sharon is. All right, Kurt, here's your chance to be impressive as well.
How about Sheila? You know where Sheila is? Oh,
Sheila. Kurt, question 3 for you. And by the way, you're on the precipice of a clean sweep, so good luck here. Which of these is the real name of a Wisconsin town located in Dodge County? Real Wisconsin town located in Dodge County. Is it Theresa, Deborah, or Mulaney?
Oh boy.
I got phonetic spellings here. I'm not familiar with any of these locations.
Well,
and they also look like Teresa, Deborah, and Melanie.
I was going with the theme of the ladies' names in the questions here.
But that's not how any of those are said. The way you gave it to me is how they're said.
Because the correct
answer... Do you guys understand? Kurt answered like 25 minutes ago, right?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah,
he was Mulaney.
Yeah, he was. Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure you knew he answered.
Well, I was a little concerned about the structure of the question, in Kurt's defense.
Oh, you were concerned, huh?
Well, Teresa, Deborah, or Melanie, and then he's got all these phonetics here. It's like trying to say Edinburgh versus Edinburgh.
Theresa,
the bad news
the correct answer
is Teresa. Theresa?
Theresa, yeah.
Theresa?
Yeah. Popular thing for those of us who have worked in Beaver Dam at our 95.3 WBEV station. You get up there, you record some copy for the big festival in Theresa, and everyone says it's in Teresa.
I haven't had
and
that pleasure.
Then you get some calls, and you say, that's not how you say the name of that city. And then you, sorry, I'm not familiar. And then you got to go fix it. Theresa.
So it really is. It's like the Wisconsin version of Edinburgh Castle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I had to re-record those because I'm an idiot. All right. Kay, you got 2 out of 3. You're not an idiot. You're smart. You got 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing. Thanks for playing.
Thank you. It was fun.
Kurt, you also, although the Teresa, Deborah, Melanie question was a little sketchy in my opinion, also have 2 out of 3. That means you've also got 3 out of the possible 4 entries in Friday's drawing as well. Thanks for playing.
Thanks, guys.
That is Wilde and Tausch double Wisconsin Geography Wednesday trivia. We got to get to Whoa Nelly coming up, but that was trivia presented by Cousins Subs. Jesse takes over for Whoa Nelly next, so stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Boy, we just don't leave much time, and that's a real shame for Wodell.
Did you get any research on that Detroit Lions deal?
I have not. No, I had another thing crop up.
What was it?
I'm not going to tell you. It's personal.
Why?
Because it's time for Wonelli.
Share everything.
I think he went and got another cup of coffee, and I don't think he even thought twice about looking into this.
Like something, I don't know what exactly. He's trying to act. Here's a guy I can't stop him from sharing everything in his world. Now all of a sudden I ask him a simple question. He's like, "No, I ain't telling you."
He was eating a granola bar.
It's time for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, "Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide."
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Have you seen this latest gem from Jerry Jones?
No.
So the Cowboys, similar to the Packers, are 2-3-1 because of the tie on Sunday Night Football a few weeks ago. They are in contention in the NFC East because the Bears just beat the Commanders. The Eagles have dropped 2 in a row, so they're not out of it in the NFC East. Jerry Jones is well aware of that, and he was asked about anything he might be considering doing to improve the Cowboys before the trade deadline. And he said... Well, and this is a quote from the ESPN article. "Well, if there is a trade that would help the defense, we're in possession to make that trade." If only there were a player of an all-pro caliber that wanted to remain in Dallas that they hadn't traded away at the start of the season, they might be in a position to make a run for a division title and who knows what from there.
I'm going to tell you this. Micah Parsons isn't going to turn. We've seen Dallas's defense before. What did Jordan Love throw up on him a couple years ago? A 40 burger, right?
Well, they threw up a 40 burger a couple weeks ago. They had 48 points in that playoff game. His passer rating was perfect until it wasn't.
Yeah, this defense, as they're constructed, they stink. And Micah Parsons would help them stink maybe a smidge less. It would be like a car full of rotten apples and everything else, and you get like a baby air freshener, and you just you kind of hope, and occasionally you might get a sniff, and it might smell like an evergreen tree, but then all of a sudden you go back, and it's just worms and everything just digging at you. That's what that defense is. He would be a small air freshener in a rotted-out car. I don't think that's what they're looking for. The Cowboys will not win the division because they can't stop anybody from running. Old boy that was a Cowboy came up to him and basically told him, "Y'all better buckle up."
Yeah, he did.
And then what they did is they got run over. I hope they buckled up. Nobody wants that bing, 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 bing. You put the seatbelt on, and they still got run right over. So... Dallas's defense stinks. Don't care about, Micah's there or not. They still would stink. They have a full-on overload that they need to do.
Whoa, Nelly! Jason, you're doing some research on the Lions thing? Okay, well, then I got one more for you.
No, I
don't know if you're
what he's doing.
I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but we are experiencing a bit of a national nightmare.
What?
Spotify?
No, close though.
Deal?
Closer than you think.
It's certainly a local nightmare for us.
The NFL Scoreagami Twitter handle
I did see this.
Has been having all kinds of issues with this. It's like a bot program.
AI.
And earlier this year, there was a Scoreagami 41-40 in week 1 with the Bills and Ravens, and it never tweeted out that it was a final score and a Scoreagami.
Hey, 40-40 had to have been a Scoreagami.
And 40-40 was a Scoreagami, and it never shared it. And last week it said 30-19 is not a Scoreagami, but it's happened 0 times in NFL history. And everyone was like, "What is happening?" So
it's time.
We now have an
time.
What?
For Jesse to take it over?
No, it's over.
It's not over. The creator of the account has released an official statement meeting with Front Office Sports. He was interviewed and said that, yes, they are experiencing technical issues as the Twitter X platform has made changes on its back end, trying to eliminate bots. It's impacting its ability to process correctly.
That's over. I no longer, you can't trust it. It's over.
Once you violated the Scorigami trust, it's dead?
Scorigami trust level it's over.
Death to Scorigami is what you're pronouncing here?
Yeah, it was a good run. We had some fun with it. I kind of got sick of it. If I'm being honest, I kind of got sick of it, but...
Playing taps. Sorry.
No, I got it. That's why I let you finish, because you're right. It's over.
Just trying to play.
DP Agami.
More of a music bed.
I think DP Agami could come in and take over for it.
Yeah, you definitely love that. The 862.
You're saying death to Scorigami, you don't much care for it anymore, but you want a new double play Agami
DP Agami
for baseball.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yep.
So he's looking to solve problems, even when they don't exist.
So do you now no longer want me to share when there is a Scorigami if we discover that there is one? You don't care. You're out.
It's over. Nope. Use that on your Alvarez show.
Okay.
Sure Coach would enjoy that.
I hope Coach does enjoy that. That would be fun.
He won't. He won't.
Is Coach a member of UW Credit Union? He's got to be, right?
He certainly should be. You know what? We all, for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And, players, students, alumni, everybody. What I love about UW Credit Union, they are out in the community doing great things, and they have great member-first service. They also have Bucky. If you love Wisconsin like I do, just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things. Boy, this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
I have done my requisite research on the penalty that wiped out Jared Goff's touchdown early in the game against the Kansas City Chiefs. And what Dan Campbell says of it, I will try to tell that story quickly before we run out of time. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Sweetest Day is coming up, and ESPN Milwaukee wants to make sure you're equipped to make the special someone in your life extra happy with the Welke Sweetest Day giveaway. From now through October 16th, head to WelkeSweetestDay.com to register for your chance to win a Sweetest Day prize pack, a bouquet of flowers from Welke's Milwaukee florist, a $100 St. Kate gift card, and a one-night stay at the St. Kate. All that could be yours to share with the sweetest one in your life. Just go to WelkeSweetestDay.com to register and for full contest details.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
The organization, after this year, needs to be out of the Tua business. This needs to be the last year that Tua is a part of the Miami Dolphins. I get that he's got a big guarantee for 2026. So what? Eat it. Don't have this guy on the roster and continue to invest in rolling guarantees on his contract moving forward. Get him off your team. Do what the Denver Broncos did. Eat all of the dead money. Start over, start fresh. You're going to have a new GM. You're going to have a new head coach. This organization needs a full reset because it's clear to me, based on how Tua handled this situation, how he's handled other situations with players trying to be a vocal leader, that the team, the guys in the locker room, do not respect him. And if they don't respect him, then your program is nowhere.
8 years ago, I blew my football career.
He dropped it at the 1 yard line.
Chad Powers has arrived on Hulu.
If I can't play as Russ, I'll play as someone else.
My name's Chad.
And last name?
From executive producers Eli and Peyton Manning.
Remember, you're wearing a prosthetic mask? This is acting.
And starring Glenn Powell.
He thinks you're a rubber toy.
Not rubber. I'm a man made of flesh.
The Hulu original series, Chad Powers, is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. New episodes Tuesdays.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
The Brewers will head to Los Angeles down 2-0 after a 5-1 Game 2 loss against the Dodgers. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was the story of the night for the Dodgers as he twirled a complete game, giving up just 1 run on a Jackson Chourio leadoff home run. Here's Brewers manager Pat Murphy after the game.
This team has been counted out a lot this year, and I think there's some fight left in them, and it'll be a little tougher path, right, doing it on the road, but we swept the Dodgers early in the year on the road, and so at least there's some capability. I know the Dodgers weren't the same team then. 10 times this year we've won 4 in a row, so that's also a possibility.
It'll be a 5:08 first pitch between the Brewers and the Dodgers on Thursday in LA for Game 3.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So Jared Goff went in motion, caught a touchdown pass on 4th and goal from 1 or 2 from David Montgomery, and it was ruled illegal motion because he did not come to a complete stop for a second. But to that point, I would have given them a 9-0 lead plus the extra point. To that point, it does appear that there is a meeting of the officials' minds after the play happens, where they don't seem
flag,
to,
I don't believe either. Right?
They did not flag it in real time. Then they are talking.
Oh, boy.
And then they throw the flag after that, and Dan Campbell believes, even though Craig Rolstad denies it, that the folks in New York informed them that it should be a penalty. Which again,
let's have a trial. Let's do this on air. Let's have an on-air trial with these guys. That'd be fun. Put them on the record.
Dream Team.
Do this whole deal, and let's be honest about it, because I don't want a world where the league can start calling in penalty and throw a flag after. I don't want that world. I don't want that world.
I'm Team Dan Campbell on this one, if that's true. All right, that's it for us today.
That can't be true. Tell me it ain't true.
If it
Sammy.
is, you're very concerned. That's right, and rightfully
Yes.
so. We will do this again tomorrow and get ready for Game 3, which is truly, I mean, I guess it's not a must-win. They could go down 3-0 and then win 4 in a row. But we'll prepare you for that game tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch? Presented by Pella Windows.